All right, welcome into this edition of Extra Time here on ESPNFC.
That's Extra Time voice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's called my journalism voice, Stevie.
That's the extra time.
Well, you have another voice when you in your
Oh yeah, like very
normal life?
serious reporter voice. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I say bad words too sometimes.
Me too. I have a different accent in the normal life.
Oh really? What does it sound like?
I don't know. Kind of Scottish. Eat me.
Hey, who's got a better? That was terrible. Who's got a better American accent between you two? You first.
Oh, I guess me.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Nice guy, chance. Did you get a word of what he just said?
Hold on a sec. He said American, not Cockney.
Well, no.
That was Cockney
He
English.
said American. He said not Scottish. I said Scottish. You say Scottish?
No.
Scottish.
A-E-I-O-U.
A-E-I-O-U.
Stevie, it's the lean that gives it the real authority there. Yeah.
His American accent is always so southern.
It is so Texan, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys, let's get to it. Friday, everybody wants to go home. If England win, will this have the same asterisk as 1966 World Cup from being on home soil, 6 of 7 games?
Yeah.
This was sent in by Craig Burley.
Yeah.
Italy, Brazil, and Germany have won on foreign soil. Is there an asterisk on this?
No.
But it is for being a pan-European event. They have played 6 of the 7 games at home.
So?
Do you think
It's a huge advantage. I mean, you can't.
Anybody's going to
huge
remember
advantage.
that in 12 months?
No, but it is a huge advantage.
Of course it is.
It's a huge
massive.
No, listen, hold on. We used to one country hosting. France won the World Cup at French soil in 1998. There's no asterisk against that, nor should there be.
Yeah.
We're used to countries hosting and therefore playing a lot of the games and all their games on home soil. I don't.
You see, you have more pressure playing at home as well. They play the final. They're favorites because they play at home. They're not the final.
What
because
would you rather be, at home with pressure or away?
I'd rather be at home.
Okay.
That's for sure. But they're favorites because they play at home, not because they're the better team. Italy showed that they are undefeated for how many games? I don't know. So they should be the favorite. But England plays at home. But it's a plus to play at home. But you have to deserve it. You remember Brazil losing against Uruguay in the 1930? It was a disaster when they lost.
1950.
1950.
Yes.
Right. Well, I wasn't born. Maybe you were.
Yeah, I was born.
Yeah.
Our next question comes from Frank Leboeuf.
Oh yeah, good question. It's always good question from Frank Leboeuf.
It's actually for Jules. I lied. I tweeted out that Jan and Jules would be with us, but we had some technical difficulties. So, will the arrogant personalities of Neymar, Ramos, Mbappe, etc., cause PSG to not play well together as a team? Will they find a way to make it work? We're kind of talking about this on the show. Like, what if they added Pogba to that mix?
Well, that would be interesting. Anyway, you want to be in the dressing room, but I think Ramos could be the judge of everything, and also the father of everybody, saying, "Oh, you know what, guys, we have to stop that. We have to be serious." I think it's why they hired him as well.
Yeah.
And we don't know how fit he's going to be, but I really think he's going to be the real with Marquinhos. They're going to be the real captains of Paris Saint-Germain. They're going to lead the team to be better. I think if Ramos talks to Mbappe is going to listen.
If anyone sees Ramos as the fake Stevie, we know it's you.
I don't know. Hey, what? You have a lot of big dogs in the one kennel.
Yeah. What did you say before? We were just off air. You said it's never the managers that run the dressing room. It's the personalities. It's the players.
Yeah, I mean the managers pick the players to put in the dressing room, but what goes on in the dressing room will decide whether you're going to be champions or also rans or.
You think
or
Pochettino has the personality for this dressing room? For that one, we're talking about Neymar, Ramos, Mbappe.
I don't think it's
Pogba.
Pochettino absolutely will have the respect of all the players, but once the dressing room door closes, then there are lots of things that go on that even the manager will not end up finding out about.
The chairman has to do a job in Paris.
But the chairman there is like very close to the players.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's why I say that's to do a job. There is a hierarchy which is not put in the right order at Paris Saint-Germain. So the man above the players is the coach. And the coach takes decisions for any moves from the players. If Neymar wants to go to the Brazilian Carnival or his sister's birthday, the only one who decides is the coach, is not the chairman. and not even Leonardo.
Shaka, should FIFA consider bringing back the golden goal rule? Extra time in recent years have felt very cagey. Teams play way too cautiously, and most teams try to play out for a penalty shootout. Will the golden goal rule bring a bit of end-to-end entertainment in extra time?
I didn't like the golden goal rule.
You didn't?
No, I didn't. I didn't. And I don't think extra time's played out that key.
Really?
In these Euros. No.
I feel like...
Can you tell me one game where because of the golden goal, both teams went for it? Just give me one game. I bet you can't find one. Everybody's terrified. At least when you play
so you
extra
think
time.
golden goal
I
actually
have
makes
one
you
game.
more terrified?
I have one game.
Absolutely. At least
Interesting.
when you play extra time, and if you lose a goal, you know you've still got a chance to get it
No,
back.
I have
With
one.
the golden goal, you're done.
We played 3 games and we won in goal. Paraguay quarterfinal or last 16. But it was only one game trying to get it. It was France. Italy, France, I don't remember. I think it was very for both teams very cautious. But France, Portugal, semi-final. That was a hell of a game. And both teams were going for it. And we scored on penalties. I think Zidane, top runner.
How would you guys fancy yourselves in a 5-a-side football match? Which two would be arguing the most among yourselves? Could Sebi step in and challenge one of you for a starting spot? So I guess this was including Jan and Jules. I guess we see Jules ahead of me in the pecking order, Andas. Thank you for that. Who would be arguing the most among us?
On a 5-a-side game?
Yeah. Are you a big talker? But in not arguing, you're not arguing.
I'm encouraging. I'm not arguing.
No. Jules would be the biggest argument.
Really?
Yeah. I think Jules has got a flip. I think he's got a switch that will flip. Yeah.
Really?
He has this arrogant French, way of living his
You're
life.
allowed to say that? I'm not gonna
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I have no idea what
I
you're talking
never felt that. But
Jules still plays quite a bit. He always talks about it. Still plays
I don't know. I didn't see him on TV.
Okay, all right, relax.
Please.
I think you can flip as well, Sebi. I think you've got.
We don't need to go over my disciplinary record. And,
Really?
Oh yeah.
He has a bad temper?
do you know how Craig Burley is the last, Scottish player to get sent off in a major international tournament?
Yeah?
I'm the last player from my university to be expelled from an NCAA tournament.
Really? Oh my God.
And it was many moons ago.
You see?
Talking of making history.
Truth is going out.
I don't bring up my distinguished playing career often, but when I do, I bring up getting kicked out of games. You'll never guess why.
Oh yeah.
Throwing a ball at a ref.
Oh.
There was a misunderstanding, but
Yeah, I'm sure there was.
Of course.
I'm sure
He didn't
it
catch the ball.
No, he caught it with his face.
That was the misunderstanding.
I thought he's anyway.
That's why
Suddenly
we
the ball
didn't
was on his face. He didn't get it. So
That's why you got
You
left out,
imagine.
Sebi.
You know what, Stevie? So I threw the ball to what I thought to him and kind of turned to walk off the field. Like, I was mad because I was being taken out of the game. So
Yeah, when you threw
there
the
goes
ball,
switch.
when you threw the ball 2 yards away from him with a kick with your foot, straight in the head. He's not throwing the ball to the ref.
I
I mean,
turned.
let's be honest. Would any of the three of us use the word expelled?
Well, I was in university, so it made
Oh, you
sense.
ruffian. You rough, tough young man.
No,
got
no,
expelled.
no.
Yeah, expelled. I will
All
do
right,
that.
enough Sebi stories. With Deschamps staying on, which young French players, other than Upamecano and Camavinga, do we see emerging and replacing which current players on the national team going forward? I imagine Rabiot, Giroud, Pavard are in danger of losing their spot.
Yeah.
Frank, what do you think? Give us some young names for France that'll break
Young
in
names.
soon.
Junior.
Fofana.
There's a young name.
Fofana from Leicester.
Oh, yeah.
Fofana from Leicester.
You love Fofana.
I love Fofana. I mean, what a season he had. The first season, he won the FA Cup. He became the leader of the defense. He's 19 or 20. Yeah, I see him coming home. I almost say coming home. He's so much into my head that he's coming into the national team and be one of the big center forward. Yeah.
A lot of PSG questions here. Shaka, does Navas have a case to be upset with PSG signing Donnarumma, or is it a case of just get on with it? Also, have you ever had your club bring in your younger replacement, and how did you handle it? Were you a mentor, or is it a rivalry because you're fighting for the same spot?
At Newcastle, Kenny Dalglish brought in Shea Given, and that's kind of part and parcel of the job we do. People come in and especially as goalkeepers, even though you accept that only one plays, you have to be there for them, and that's. Well,
But if you're Navas, you kind of feel hard done here, right?
Well, that's a totally different dynamic. I think Navas, without question, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, as is Gigi Donnarumma.
But Navas is always slept on. He's always the other guy.
Oh, of course, yeah, absolutely. I think he spent a season on the bench for Iker Casillas when he was the better goalkeeper. Take nothing away from Casillas and his record, but at the time, I think Navas was the better goalkeeper. Once he got into the team, he proved his worth. They win 3 Champions Leagues, and then all of a sudden you're bringing Coutinho while flirting with De Gea throughout. So if you're Navas, you're kind of wondering, what have I done to deserve this?
What do I got to do to get respect?
But I think at the same time, he's never argued, he's never fussed, and every time he's played, he's totally performed. So while Donnarumma comes in, and we'll talk about whether he takes over the shirt, I think there'll be a queue of clubs wanting to sign Keylor Navas, and rightly so.
Stevie, track this one because it's a little convoluted. As a Scotsman, should you be rooting for England? If England wins it all, Scotland would be the only team to neutralize them for a draw, making Scotland the second best team in Europe.
That's history. That's history.
Are you willing?
Hold on, did you send this question in?
Why? Is it that dumb?
Who says they neutralized them for a draw?
Exactly.
They were expelled
That's like
for neutralization.
I'm the only place to get where you got expelled.
I'm so
That's
happy.
right that they were getting
I'm learning
expelled.
words in this show. I'm learning words.
You neutralized.
Neutralized.
Can you follow this logic? Do you buy into it at all? Like you want the
I
team
can
that
answer that question. I can answer the question. There is no chance, anytime, anywhere, for any reason, that Stevie is supporting England.
Nothing.
I don't
Zero.
care who neutralized who.
Nothing.
But if
Stevie
they
is
win,
not
at
supporting
least you
England.
could claim, hey, we were the only team to draw these guys.
That is once again, I'll
By the way, I
answer
won't
Stevie.
answer that.
That is zero consolation. None.
No.
Even the way
None whatsoever.
you're asking me that is embarrassing.
How so?
Well, you think we should be grateful because we got a point after them?
Yeah.
Why?
No, not because you got off. Because they would be the.
Are we something that you shake off the bottom of your shoe?
No. But you could hang your hat on being
Hey.
the only team to get a point off England.
Oh, wow, we. Do you think we're reduced to just being happy to get a point after them?
Stevie, you gave them no chance to beat England that day.
So what? You want me to start having a parade because we got a point off
I tried
England?
to warn you, Stevie. I tried to warn
Yeah.
you.
You think I picked these questions?
Behave yourself.
Move on.
You have to understand the pride of Scottish people before you ask a question like that.
Clearly, Frank, I have a lot to learn.
There's no consolation whatsoever of seeing England winning for Scots.
There is
Correct.
no silver lining
Oh my
in
God,
that
no.
cloud.
None.
Zero.
None.
And if they win on Sunday, I'll tell you what, I'm
Are you
hating.
working Sunday? You are
Supposed
working.
to be.
All right,
could be
producers.
There is
You
every
might have an empty
chance.
chair. You
Hey.
might have
Let me say, there's every chance that if England wins, Stevie leaves.
Don't tell anybody
Stevie just goes
ESPN,
home.
but if England win, I can be making a phone call.
There'll be one empty chair.
It's gonna be. You have to put a camera on the room where we watch because
Yeah.
Stevie will be there, Dan will be there, the English,
man.
sweating like crazy,
Yeah.
I don't
you
know.
have to keep
Alessandro
them
Del
to a
Piero
bar.
might be around.
Del Piero's too cool. He won't watch.
It wouldn't be
us.
good.
Yeah.
You'll have
we
to
can
keep
bring
them,
him
Frank,
over.
you'll have to get in the middle between Stevie and
Yeah,
Paul and
you
I.
seem
Oh,
like
yeah,
a good
so, yeah.
peacemaker.
You'll have to be like
Paul
Sergio
Mariner.
Ramos.
Of course.
Paul Mariner and I, right? Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Paul was centre forward for England.
I know.
He's
82
got
World
like
Cup.
60 caps or
Yeah.
something. Him and I were sitting in a hotel room when we were both together at the Revs. Now, listen, him and I are like that.
Boys.
Yeah,
best
Seriously.
friends. Yeah.
absolutely.
We are
absolute.
like
Yeah.
glued together. We're sat in a room watching Scotland and England playing rugby. And I'll tell you what, you could have cut a knife. You could have cut a knife.
Like
in
you don't
the
even talk to
atmosphere.
each other.
No. And you don't make any comment. It's one of them. He walked out.
Really?
He walked out with.
Yeah.
There was like.
Yeah.
You know when you get to the 80th, the 40th minute. That's the second half, and they kick it out. We're ahead. He got up, and walked out.
Really, just couldn't take it.
I'll tell you what, honestly, atmosphere.
It's very interesting that I don't recognize his American accent from somewhere.
No.
Where's from your American accent? Where you come from?
Hey, what are you talking about?
All right, you have to rewind.
No,
to the
because you talked for a minute. I said, what? That's the strong Scottish accent still.
Oh, yeah.
It's because he was talking about England. He was going down those.
He was all
angry. He was all
angry. He got all angry.
Fired
The
up.
blood,
It's like,
the blood talks.
Yeah.
The blood talks.
Look at that. The shade of his face has changed. It's a little red, but he's ready to go.
No, you see Mel Gibson in the movie Braveheart.
Yeah, I have
Freedom,
seen it.
you know,
Yeah.
it's suddenly.
I love that. That's the immediate go-to.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll leave it there for this edition of Extra Time. Of course, boys will be back tomorrow, recapping everything that goes on across the world of football. Copa America final on Saturday, and we continue our look ahead to Italy and England on Sunday. Make sure to join us.
Come on, Isley.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.